Welcome to a detailed guide to the PET bottle recycling process. Today we're going to explore each step of this complex process. Polyethylene terephthalate, also known as PET, is a plastic widely used in graphic packaging. For your better understanding, plastics are divided into two main groups: regular plastics and professional plastics. PET is in the regular plastic group. Regular plastics have many different groups. Why do we recycle PET plastic and not other types of plastic? Because PET plastic has the most suitable chemical and physical composition for the recycling process. And besides, the demand for products made from PET materials is very high. Recycling PET plastic bottles not only helps save resources, but also minimizes negative impacts on the environment. Every recycling process starts with collection, right? The trucks carry tightly pressed bales of PET plastic bottles from different collection points to the recycling plant. Advanced automatic sorting systems, or rice-powered machinery. Well, I'm just kidding. I mean the manual method used in this stage to thoroughly sort the inputs of the recycling process. Modern machines can be used to sort the colors of PET bottles after separating labels to achieve the best efficiency for the subsequent recycling process. Color grading is also important because different plastic colors can have different properties and be used for different applications. Once sorted, the plastic bottles are transferred to the crushing stage. Here, industrial crushers do what they love. They gobble up the PET bottles and break them into small pieces until they reach the required preset size. This increases the surface area, making the subsequent cleaning and flotation step more efficient than washing the intact PET bottles. The crushers are equipped with powerful rotating blades, which shred plastic bottles into even crumbs. These debris are then screened to remove pieces that are too large. The next step is to separate the PET flakes from the impurities. In the flotation tank, the PET flakes will sink while the lighter impurities such as labels and bottle caps will float to the surface and be removed to another area. From here, the PET material and the impurities must say goodbye to each other. The sinking PET flakes are moved through the cleaning area with powerful water jets or powerful agitation systems to separate the dirt from the surface of the PET flakes. Perhaps they have never had such a good bath in their lives. After cleaning, unlike humans who still need to retain moisture on their skin after bathing, the PET flakes are completely dried by an industrial dryer to remove any remaining moisture. This step is important to prepare the PET flakes for the final processing stages. Each type of plastic will have different properties, with PET having high flow properties. The best way to recycle PET bottles is to use a filament pelletizing system and then pelletize to the desired size. So at this stage, the dry PET flakes are fed into the extrusion line. During this process, the flakes will transform through being melted. So do you understand why we need to dry them after giving them a good bath? The melted PET is then formed into filaments. But that's not all. The fibers are cooled and cut into PET pellets, which are then sieved again to ensure uniform size. Only the finest PET pellets are sent through a final drying process before continuing their journey to PET plastic processing plants. Recycling PET plastic bottles is a complex but vital process that contributes to environmental sustainability. Each step plays an important role in turning waste into a valuable resource. By understanding and supporting recycling efforts, we can help reduce plastic waste and protect our environment. Recycle today for a better future. Thank you for joining us on our journey to discover the PET plastic bottle recycling process. If you find the channel's videos interesting and meaningful, please give us one like, one share, and don't forget to follow the channel so you don't miss the latest videos. See you in the next video. Hello everyone, welcome to IronHand Tech. Today we will explore the process of recycling plastic bottles into plastic coils. Are you ready? Let's get started. Here we have millions of plastic bottles collected from all over the world, ready for recycling. First, these plastic bottles need to be sorted according to their material. The most common and recyclable is PET, polyethylene terephthalate, plastic bottles. This is a polyester resin that is widely used in the production of drinking water bottles, laundry detergent bottles, bottle caps, and many other consumer products. The outstanding characteristics of PET plastic are its durability, non-toxicity, and water resistance, which have made it one of the popular materials in the packaging and storage industry. Once sorted, the plastic bottles are crushed into small pieces. Crushing plastic bottles into pieces is a very important part of the plastic bottle recycling process. The crushing process is done by a conveyor belt that transports a steady stream of plastic bottles to a giant crushing device, where the blades do their favorite work. The crushed plastic bottle pieces will be mixed with many other impurities, such as small pieces of labels, pieces of bottle caps containing other impurities. So the next step is to wash these plastic bottle pieces further, using buoyancy. The plastic bottle pieces are sent to a large water tank where they are mixed and stirred. The lighter impurities such as PVC pieces, label pieces will float to the surface, while the heavier plastic pieces sink to the bottom. Interestingly, recycling plastic bottles also reduces water consumption, as new water bottles require 6 times the amount of water they contain to produce. Since the clean pieces have water in them, they need to be dried. And after being bagged, they are taken to another area to continue the recycling process. At this point, you have a high-purity raw material for recycling other plastic products. The PET flakes are then melted into long strands of PET plastic and cut into pellets, then mixed with virgin polymer to make new products. The pellets are now fed into machines, heated and cooled, and produced into recycled plastic coils. Workers are skillfully feeding these newly recycled plastic coils into the forming machines. Finally, these machines do their part. They create recycled plastic coils to serve life, starting a new journey. Plastic waste is very difficult to decompose in the natural environment. Each type of plastic has a different number of years to decompose with a very long time, in which plastic bottles decompose after 450 years, 1,000 years. According to the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, OECD 2022 report, globally, the majority of plastic waste ends up in landfills, incinerated or leaked into the environment, with only 9% being successfully recycled. While mechanical recycling is suitable for certain types of plastic, it cannot address all of society's plastic recycling needs. However, in developing countries, the recycling industry also provides jobs and income for workers. In addition, recycling plastic bottles saves significant energy. And while this does not necessarily help with end-of-life issues when the bottle ends up in the trash, it does reduce the resources used in the manufacturing process. It consumes 75% less energy per bottle, with some estimates suggesting the process could generate energy savings equivalent to taking 360,000 cars off the road. Thank you for joining me on this journey of this program. If you find the video useful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any interesting videos. See you in the next videos. Hello friends, welcome to IronHand Tech channel. Today we will explore together the process of recycling plastic bottles into PVC water pipes. Are you ready? Let's start. Pakistan produces a significant amount of plastic waste, with an estimated 3.9 million tons of plastic waste generated in 2020. A significant portion of this waste, about 70%, is mismanaged, resulting in complete connection in mudflats, landfills, or landfills. First, plastic bottles are collected from different sources such as households, industrial parks, and commercial establishments. You can see millions of plastic bottles gathered at this factory. Here they are classified by type and color. After being classified, the plastic bottles will have all labels and corks removed. This is done entirely by hand. Plastic waste is very difficult to decompose in the natural environment. Each type of plastic has a different number of years to decompose, with a very long time, in which plastic bottles decompose after 450,000 years. Plastic bottles are fed into the crusher using a conveyor belt to cut into small pieces. Then these pieces go through a washing system to remove impurities and residue. The informal sector plays a very important role in Pakistan's recycling industry. It involves small-scale recyclers and waste collectors who collect and process plastic waste. The sector is essential to fill the gaps left by formal waste management systems, especially in urban areas where waste collection services are inadequate. Removing impurities is very important. They determine the quality of the output product after recycling. The plastic pieces are dried in a dryer, then they are ground into powder for the next process. The plastic powder is mixed with additives. This step determines what the output product will look like. Outdated technology, lack of protection measures for workers, unstable income, and long working hours are major challenges for the waste recycling industry in Pakistan. Yet despite these challenges, the informal sector remains a significant source of income for many poor and marginalized urban social groups. Plastic powder, after being mixed with additives, colored water, and cut into small particles, will be melted in an extruder at high temperatures from 160 to 210 degrees Celsius. The extruder uses a spiral screw and a heating system to heat the plastic. The liquid is forced through the mold, forming the desired PVC pipe shape. This is an extremely important step, requiring precise temperature control to ensure the quality and durability of the final product. After the plastics are molded into tube shapes, they are cooled with water to return to their solid state. The cooling process helps ensure the durability and quality of PVC water pipes, helping them withstand great pressure and be durable over time. The plastic pipe is then cut into lengths suitable to usage requirements. Every minute, millions of plastic bottles are purchased around the world, but only about 9% are recycled. Imagine if we could increase the recycling rate, our living environment would be greatly improved. Although there are still many difficulties and challenges, the plastic waste recycling industry still plays an important role, not only helping to reduce pollution, but also generating income for many people. Thank you for accompanying me on this journey. If you find the video useful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on interesting videos. See you again in the next videos. Welcome to IronHand Tech Channel. Have you ever wondered the fate of glass bottles after we're done using them? Billions of glass bottles are released into the environment every year, causing serious consequences. On average, a glass bottle takes up to 4,000 years to completely decompose. This not only pollutes the environment, but also wastes precious resources. But don't worry, there is a simple and effective solution to this problem. Recycle them. Recycling glass bottles not only helps to reduce waste, but also saves energy, protects natural resources, and creates more jobs. When recycling 1 ton of glass, we save 1.2 tons of raw materials, reduce carbon emissions by 30%, and use 40% less energy than producing new glass. Let's learn about the current glass recycling process. First, these glass bottles are collected by specialized containers, vehicles at households, restaurants, construction sites. After the glass bottles are collected at the recycling plant, we can simply move them into a giant hopper like this with a specialized machine, and they will be crushed by a specialized crusher. And that's great because that way, we can recycle the broken glass pieces without having to sit down and separate each broken bottle out of their lids before pouring into the crusher. Then comes the screening machine, which will help separate non-glass dirt or plastic things that unfortunately get into the same pile of glass bottles at first. Smaller pieces of broken glass will be dropped downwards. We have separated part of the non-glass waste. Next, the glass fragments that fall to the bottom are further fed into the conveyor belt to go up to the furnace and continue the cleaning process. One more time. Before going to the firing machine, the pile of broken glass will pass through a giant magnet buddy. The place will suck away the metal stuff that will then be recycled somewhere else. The thin pieces of glass are then heated at 87 Fahrenheit to separate the label from the glass surface and treat it. At this temperature, bacteria are also killed. After that, we are left with clean pieces of glass with the colors mixed together. So how to separate pieces of glass of different colors from each other without picking up each piece by hand to ensure the quality of glass when recycled? This is the machine that will help us, therefore, an optical classifier that uses lasers and airflows to sort glass into different areas and classify particles. After being cleaned and sorted, The glass flakes will be fed into the crusher again to be crushed into glass particles, which makes the melting process easier and more efficient. Once a clean and homogeneous source of raw materials available, the crushed glass fragments are melted at 1500 degrees Celsius using an industrial furnace that converts them all into a liquid state. From this stage onwards, the process of producing a new product from recycled glass is quite similar to the process of producing new glass products. However, the process of melting recycled glass consumes less energy than melting new raw materials, including sand, soda, and limestone, because the recycled glass has been heated once. In addition, the use of this recycled material saves input materials, because instead of using raw materials entirely, the recycling process uses part or all of the used glass. In addition, it also helps reduce negative impacts on the environment, such as reducing the amount of waste sent to landfills, reducing the exploitation of natural resources, and reducing greenhouse gas emissions. In this process, in order to create glass products with different colors, hardness, durability, and properties, some other raw materials are often added. These ingredients are called additives. Each different additive will produce a different product. If you add copper oxide, you will have blue or red glass. If you want black, then just put it in a carbon furnace and you will have black glass. And you want a clear glass product, then just use the additive sodium nitrate, which will remove air bubbles in the glass, making the glass transparent. There are also additives that increase plasticity, reduce viscosity, increase refraction, or increase the mechanical strength of glass. So which additives to use in the melting process depends entirely on the final product that the recycler wants to produce. There are three commonly used methods for shaping: molding, blowing, and pressing. With the molding method, the molten glass mixture is poured into molds of the desired shape to form new products, such as bottles, cups, glass panels, etc. And here is the blowing method. For some products, such as bottles, people use the blowing method to shape. Use the pressing method to create products like sunglasses. The glass product is cooled slowly to prevent cracking. The glass product is placed in an annealing oven or blown to cool gradually. Glass products after cooling will be used specialized tools and machinery for further processing, such as cutting, grinding, polishing to achieve a finished product. This final stage ensures that the glass product is of high quality and meets the technical requirements. Glass waste can be recycled, reshaped countless times without compromising the quality of the final product, because glass is made from natural materials such as sand, soda, and limestone. When smelted, these materials come together to form a very stable structure. This is one of the biggest advantages of glass recycling. Glass recycling helps to produce beautiful, quality products, helping glass bottles once again return to serve people's lives. So together we have explored the journey of recycling glass bottles. Recycling glass bottles not only helps protect the environment, but also creates useful new products. Let's join hands to reduce waste and build a clean and beautiful green planet. Thank you for watching the video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel to update other interesting videos.